Hello Lakers fan. If you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to pay attention to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on possible signings, rumors, interviews, and much more of our Lakers, and what I can say is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and you don't want to miss any information. So if you are a true Lakers and you don't want to miss the latest news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive everything firsthand. Let's get to today's news.
FIBA EuroBasket 2025, Luka Doncic leads Slovenia into knockout clash with Italy. Before the first tip-off of EuroBasket 2025, Luka Doncic made his intentions clear: bring a medal home to Slovenia. It wasn't just another tournament for the Lakers superstar, it was personal. Representing his country on the biggest European stage was more than a duty, it was a mission. But early on, things didn't go according to plan. Slovenia stumbled out of the gate with back-to-back losses against Poland and France in group play. Doubts quickly crept in. Was Slovenia even going to make it to the knockout round? Some critics were ready to write them off entirely. Then Luka Doncic happened. A one-man turnaround. Doncic has been nothing short of sensational. Widely regarded as the best player in the tournament so far, he leads all players in both scoring and steals per game, and ranks second in assists. A complete performance that's fueled Slovenia's dramatic turnaround. With their backs against the wall, Slovenia rattled off 3 straight wins over Belgium, Iceland, and Israel, punching their ticket to the round of 16 and reigniting belief in their medal dreams. Doncic's leadership, poise, and relentless drive were the difference. In fact, his triple-double against Belgium, only the 5th in EuroBasket history, was a defining moment, both statistically and emotionally. The road gets tougher, Slovenia versus Italy. Now, things get real. Slovenia will face a tough Italian squad in the round of 16, a knockout matchup scheduled for Sunday, September 7th at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time, taking place in Latvia. And while Slovenia carries momentum, Italy poses one of their toughest challenges yet. The two nations didn't meet in the group stage, but Italy looked sharp, finishing 4-1 with impressive wins over Georgia, Bosnia, Spain, and Cyprus, their only loss coming at the hands of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Greece. Italian firepower. Italy has found its rhythm thanks to Simone Fontecchio, now with the Miami Heat, who's led the team with scoring and versatility. Veterans like Danilo Gallinari and Nicolo Melli provide experience and toughness, while Mohamed Diouf and Celia Nyong have added crucial depth. For Slovenia, this won't just be another test. It could be the defining game of their tournament run. The winner will advance to the quarterfinals to face either Germany or Portugal, with the next round scheduled for September 9th to 10th. From there, it's 2 wins away from a medal, and possibly a historic title run for Slovenia if they keep riding Doncic's brilliance. Doncic's coach praises his leadership. Following the historic triple-double performance against Belgium, Slovenia head coach Alexander Shaquille didn't just praise Doncic's stats, he praised his mindset. That's what Luka does, Shaquille said. It's not just about the numbers. It's how he approached the game, from start to finish, fully locked in. He never underestimated anyone. He lifted the whole team with his focus, his belief. That's greatness. It's the kind of leadership that makes Doncic special, not just a superstar, but a true captain for his country. While others put up numbers, Luka's driving force is something deeper: legacy, pride, and purpose. What's at stake? With Spain, the reigning champions, shockingly knocked out in the group stage, the title race is wide open. For Doncic and Slovenia, this could be their best chance in years to reach the top of the podium. But standing in their way is a deep, experienced Italian team with plenty of weapons and something to prove of their own. The path won't be easy, but as the group stage showed, Slovenia has Luka Doncic. And when you've got him, you always have a chance. How to watch? The round of 16 and all remaining EuroBasket games will be streamed live on FIBA's Courtside 1891 platform, as well as DAZN, paid subscription required. FIBA EuroBasket 2025, Luka Doncic and Slovenia set for knockout showdown with Italy. When EuroBasket 2025 began, Luka Doncic had one clear goal: to win a medal for his home country Slovenia. It wasn't just about competition, it was about pride, legacy, and proving that Slovenia could rise again on the international stage. But that dream seemed shaky in the early days. Slovenia opened the tournament with 2 tough losses to Poland and France, leaving fans and analysts questioning whether the team would even survive the group stage. Then Luka took over. A comeback led by a star. Since those early defeats, Doncic has played like a man on a mission. He currently leads the entire tournament in points and steals per game, and ranks second in assists. But beyond the numbers, it's his energy, poise, and leadership that have reignited Slovenia's hopes. With Luka at the helm, Slovenia rattled off 3 straight wins, over Belgium, Iceland, and Israel, clawing their way back into contention and securing a spot in the round of 16. Against Belgium, Doncic recorded a rare triple-double, becoming just the 5th player in EuroBasket history to achieve that feat. And after that performance, Slovenia's head coach Alexander Shaquille didn't hold back. That's who Luka is. It's not just the stats, it's the mindset. He plays with complete focus and lifts the entire team. That's greatness. A new challenge, facing Italy. Now, the pressure intensifies. Slovenia will face a well-balanced and dangerous Italy in the round of 16, a knockout battle that will demand everything Doncic and his squad can give. Italy arrives with a strong record from group play, including victories over Spain, Georgia, Bosnia, and Cyprus, with only 1 loss to Greece. Their leader, Simone Fontecchio, has emerged as one of the tournament's top scorers, while veterans like Danilo Gallinari and Nicolo Melli have added valuable experience and composure. It will be a physical, high IQ matchup, and Slovenia must be sharp. What's at stake? The winner of Slovenia versus Italy will move on to the quarterfinals, where they'll face either Germany or Portugal. From there, it's just 1 step away from the semi-finals and a chance at the gold medal. For Doncic, this is more than just another tournament. It's an opportunity to further solidify his legacy, not only as one of the NBA's brightest stars but as a national hero capable of leading Slovenia to the top of European basketball. A team tested. Slovenia's journey hasn't been smooth. The team is missing key players due to injuries, and depth has been a concern. But Doncic's presence has brought stability and belief. His ability to make the right play, keep his teammates engaged, and deliver in big moments has kept Slovenia's hopes alive. Even when things got tough, Doncic never wavered. He's not just scoring, he's setting the tone, keeping the locker room focused, and pushing everyone around him to rise higher. The bigger picture. With defending champion Spain eliminated early, the EuroBasket field is wide open. This year's tournament has already seen surprise results and breakout stars, but no one has been more dominant or influential than Luka Doncic. Slovenia may have started slow, but now they're a serious contender. And with Doncic in control, they're never out of the fight. Charles Barkley on the difference between Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. The never-ending debate about the greatest NBA player of all time continues to spark passionate discussions among fans and analysts alike. Legends like Lakers icon Kobe Bryant are often mentioned in the conversation, alongside household names like LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Kobe's case as the GOAT is deeply rooted in his unmatched skill set and relentless work ethic. While Jordan and LeBron are typically the top picks in this debate, more voices, like Shaquille O'Neal, are pushing for Bryant to be given more serious consideration based on his own undeniable greatness. At the end of the day, choosing the greatest of all time is a subjective mission with no clear answer. But what is certain is that these 3 men, Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, have each left an extraordinary impact on the game of basketball. Charles Barkley, who had a front-row seat to watch all 3 in action, recently shared his thoughts on what sets them apart during an episode of the Bill Simmons podcast. The 3 best players I've ever seen are Michael, Kobe, and LeBron. And I'll tell you the difference between them. Michael and Kobe? They're killers. They'll try to rip your heart out. LeBron? He's a nice guy. And that's not a knock on him. He's still great. But he's not coming for your throat the same way. Michael and Kobe? They didn't care about being liked. They wanted to humiliate you. That's what made them different. Take a guy like Shai in OKC. He's an incredible player, but to me, he's more like LeBron. Just a really nice guy. He's not trying to destroy you out there. That edge, Michael and Kobe had it. I'd say the same about Tom Brady, Roger Clemens. They don't care how you feel. They'll do whatever it takes to win. Barkley's perspective paints a clear picture. Jordan and Bryant were feared competitors, relentless in their pursuit of victory, while LeBron brings a more balanced, team-oriented style of dominance. All 3 have reshaped the game in their own way, and perhaps the debate over who's the greatest shouldn't overshadow what they've each accomplished. Mark Cuban weighs in on LeBron versus Jordan. As the NBA offseason continues, Debates around legacy and greatness heat up, with no live games to shift the focus. Recently, Mark Cuban added his voice to the mix, weighing in on the ongoing LeBron versus Jordan debate. In his view, these two stand out as the absolute best, but how they reached greatness couldn't be more different. Mark Cuban's perspective adds another layer to this ongoing conversation. He acknowledges the unique greatness of both LeBron James and Michael Jordan, but emphasizes that their journeys and styles of dominance are fundamentally different. Cuban points out that while Jordan's legacy is built on a relentless will to win and a near-perfect championship record, LeBron's impact goes beyond scoring titles and rings. He's redefined what it means to be a leader on and off the court. This nuanced view reflects a broader shift in how fans and analysts evaluate greatness today. It's no longer just about who has the most championships or scoring titles. It's about influence, adaptability, and cultural impact. LeBron's off-court activism, his business ventures, and his role as a mentor to younger players have expanded the conversation about what legacy truly means. The debate around Kobe Bryant's place in this conversation has also gained momentum. With the tragic passing of Bryant, many voices, including fellow legends and media personalities, have called for renewed appreciation of his contributions to the game. Shaquille O'Neal, in particular, has been vocal about including Kobe more prominently in GOAT discussions, highlighting his unmatched dedication, clutch performances, and the way he carried the Lakers during some of their toughest battles. This evolving discourse has sparked passionate reactions across social media and sports platforms, with fans defending their favorites and analysts diving deep into stats, highlights, and intangibles. While it's unlikely the debate will ever have a definitive answer, the conversation itself highlights the profound impact these players have had on basketball and sports culture as a whole. Ultimately, the ongoing GOAT debate reminds us that greatness can be defined in many ways, whether it's through sheer dominance, leadership, resilience, or influence beyond the game. As Charles Barkley aptly put it, while Jordan and Kobe brought an edge of pure competitive fire, LeBron brings a unique combination of skill, charisma, and empathy that continues to shape the future of the NBA. As fans and analysts continue to weigh in, one thing remains clear: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James are more than just basketball players. They are icons who have inspired generations and forever changed the game. NBA coach speaks out against criticism of Bronny James. There's no hiding it, Bronny James has been under a harsh spotlight lately, and it's clear his coach isn't happy about all the negativity aimed at the young player. The Los Angeles Lakers faced plenty of backlash after selecting Bronny in the second round of the 2024 draft, especially since he spent most of his rookie year in the G League. But Bronny has been grinding hard to earn his place in the rotation this season. If he can sharpen his offensive game and improve his conditioning, he'll have a real shot at making the Lakers' training camp roster, even coming off the bench. Despite being only in his second year, NBA fans and commentators alike haven't been shy about their opinions, many of them harsh. That's why NBA coach Chris Brickley recently spoke out during an appearance on Breakfast Club Power 105.1 FM, calling the criticism unfair and urging people to see the bigger picture. "He's literally an incredible kid," Brickley said. "You can tell it's a sensitive issue for the family. I wouldn't want anyone messing with my own son either." LeBron James has also made headlines defending his son, publicly calling out Stephen A. Smith for what he felt were overly personal attacks masked as professional criticism. LeBron's protective stance is completely understandable. Any parent would feel the same way. Meanwhile, Bronny has done his best to tune out the noise. He knows the most effective way to silence doubters is simply to play well, and that's exactly what he's working towards every day. However, the road ahead isn't without uncertainty. If LeBron decides to leave the Lakers after this season, Bronny's future with the team could be in jeopardy. Without his father in Los Angeles, Bronny may need to prove himself all over again, possibly in a new city. That's why this season is so crucial for Bronny. To secure his spot in the NBA, he needs to focus on building a strong defense and boosting his three-point shooting efficiency. These skills will be key to his growth and longevity in the league. One thing is clear: Bronny is a hard worker, and he's determined to turn all the criticism into fuel for his own motivation. Last season as a rookie, Bronny averaged modest stats: 2.3 points, 0.7 rebounds, and 0.8 assists per game, but those numbers only tell part of the story. His dedication and potential are what truly stand out, and many believe his best basketball is still ahead. Bronny's journey has become a lightning rod for conversations about the pressures young athletes face, especially those with famous parents. The spotlight on him is intense, and the expectations are sky high, which makes the criticism all the more challenging to handle. But many within the basketball community have rallied in support of Bronny, emphasizing that development takes time and patience, especially for a second-year player still finding his footing in the league. LeBron's vocal defense of his son has sparked a broader discussion about the role of media scrutiny in shaping public perception of young athletes. While some argue that criticism is part of the game, others believe it crosses a line when it becomes personal or unfairly harsh. This debate has put a spotlight on how the NBA and media outlets approach emerging talents, especially those who are still growing both on and off the court. For the Lakers, Bronny represents more than just a draft pick. He's part of the team's future narrative and fan engagement. His development will likely influence the team's strategy moving forward, particularly if LeBron does decide to move on after the season. The organization's handling of Bronny's growth could set a precedent for how franchises support second-generation players who come with both immense promise and scrutiny. Bronny himself has remained remarkably focused despite the noise. Sources close to the Lakers have noted his work ethic and determination to improve, both physically and mentally. Coaches have praised his attitude and willingness to learn, which bodes well for his chances to carve out a meaningful role in the NBA. Meanwhile, social media remains a double-edged sword for Bronny. While it gives him a platform to connect with fans and showcase his progress, it also exposes him to criticism and comparisons that can be tough for any young player to handle. His ability to stay grounded and use this feedback constructively will be crucial in the coming seasons. Ultimately, Bronny James's story is still being written. With the support of his family, coaches, and teammates, and his own resilience, he has the tools to turn skeptics into believers. If he continues to grow his game and maintain his focus, he could very well become a defining player for the Lakers, and perhaps one day, step out of his father's shadow entirely. The next few months will be pivotal, not just for Bronny's career, but for how the league and fans view the next generation of NBA stars. It's a reminder that behind every headline and stat line, there's a young athlete working hard to prove himself, and that sometimes, the most important victories happen off the court. Lakers coaching staff exploring new ways to maximize Luka Doncic's game. As Luka Doncic continues to turn heads with his leaner physique and standout performances at the 2025 EuroBasket, the Los Angeles Lakers are quietly working behind the scenes to unlock the best version of their new superstar. Doncic, now 26, looks more focused and determined than ever, and he's backing it up on the court. Representing Slovenia, he's dominated international competition, showing off a blend of skill, poise, and leadership that reminds everyone why he's one of the most gifted players on the planet. But in Los Angeles, raw talent isn't enough. In LA, it's championships or bust. No matter how many points he scores or how many highlight reels he fills, Doncic will ultimately be judged by one thing. Can he lead the Lakers back to the top? Greg St. Jean is already building the blueprint. That's where Greg St. Jean, an assistant coach for both the Lakers and the Slovenian national team, comes in. During a recent interview with Basket News, St. Jean revealed that he's using this summer's EuroBasket not only as a learning opportunity but as a laboratory for ways to maximize Luka's impact once the NBA season tips off. Coach Shaquille, Slovenia's head coach, is fantastic. He's built a great system and has a deep understanding of Luka, said St. Jean. We already had a relationship from 2022, so we've been able to collaborate and bounce ideas off each other. St. Jean explained that he's constantly taking notes on opponents, tactics, and Doncic himself, looking for creative ways to implement new strategies back in Los Angeles. Sometimes I see something in the tournament, maybe from another team, maybe from us, and I'll just write it down and think, that would be great to try with the Lakers. It's a blend of NBA-level preparation and European fundamentals, and the Lakers staff is fully invested in using every angle possible to give Doncic the support and structure he needs to succeed. The stakes are high, but so is the potential. Since joining the Lakers, Doncic has carried the pressure of not just being great, but being great in a city that demands banners. Lakers fans aren't easily impressed. They've seen the best: Magic, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron. Luka may be the next generational talent in that line, but it won't mean much if it doesn't translate into wins, and ultimately, rings. We know what the expectations are, said St. Jean. We're doing everything we can to help Luka be at his absolute best, and to surround him with a system that elevates everyone around him. With J.J. Redick now stepping in as head coach, the Lakers have a fresh voice at the helm, someone who understands modern NBA offense and has the respect of players across the league. Together, Redick, St. Jean, and the coaching staff are working to build a team that not only fits around Doncic, but helps him thrive at the highest level. Luka looks ready and hungry. There were questions about Luka's conditioning earlier in his career, but this summer he's putting all that doubt to rest. His transformation is visible. He's quicker, lighter on his feet, and playing with renewed energy. He looks better than ever, one scout at EuroBasket commented. He's not just playing well, he's playing like a guy who knows this is his moment. This fall will mark Doncic's first full season with the Lakers, and while expectations are massive, the potential payoff is even greater. If the coaching staff can continue building on what they're learning this summer, and if Luka continues to evolve both mentally and physically, the Lakers may be closer to contention than many realize. The road ahead. It won't happen overnight. The Western Conference is stacked, and even with a talent like Doncic, nothing is guaranteed. But the effort behind the scenes, the quiet hours of film study, tactical tweaks, and on-court experiments, show just how serious the Lakers are about making it work. This may not be the season Luka leads the Lakers to a title, but it might be the season everything starts to click. And in LA, that's all it takes to believe something special is coming. A new era in purple and gold. As the Lakers enter a new chapter, the presence of Luka Doncic signals not just a passing of the torch, but a complete shift in identity. Gone are the days of LeBron James orchestrating every possession. Now it's Luka's team, and the organization is building everything around him, the roster, the coaching philosophy, and even the playbook. The transition hasn't been seamless, but it's already creating buzz around the league. Luka on the Lakers just feels different, said NBA analyst Chris Broussard. It's not just about individual brilliance, it's about what this team can become with the right structure and buy-in. While J.J. Redick is still earning his stripes as a head coach, sources around the league say his partnership with Luka has already shown signs of genuine chemistry, a mutual respect that could become one of the league's most talked-about storylines by mid-season. Reactions around the league. Doncic's move to L.A., and the Lakers' commitment to retool their system around him, hasn't gone unnoticed by other teams. Western Conference rivals, particularly the Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, and Phoenix Suns, are reportedly monitoring how quickly this new Lakers core can gel. There's quiet concern that if Doncic finds his rhythm in LA, with a competent supporting cast and a coach who tailors the system to his strengths, the Lakers could re-emerge as true contenders sooner than expected. If Luka starts cooking in LA, the whole conference needs to be on alert, said a Western Conference assistant coach. The league knows what he can do on his own, but in a structured winning environment? That's scary. At the same time, the Dallas Mavericks fan base is still reeling. Luka's decision to leave, and his very public statement with the billboard outside American Airlines Center, was more than just a move, it was a message. A new era is beginning, and he's all in. On-court adjustments. What's changing? Under Greg St. Jean and J.J. Redick, the Lakers are already experimenting with new sets, many inspired by what Luka thrives in internationally. More off-ball movement to open up space and reduce the wear on Luka from constant isolation. Inverted pick-and-rolls, where Doncic operates with bigs as ball handlers, a tactic pulled from Slovenia's EuroBasket playbook. Staggered lineups designed to keep shooters and rim runners on the floor with Luka at all times. There's also talk that the Lakers could revive a point-forward role for Doncic at times, especially when facing switch-heavy defenses, allowing him to punish mismatches in the post, a part of his game that remains underutilized in the NBA. The supporting cast has to deliver. Of course, no matter how brilliant Luka is, he can't do it alone. Players like Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, and newly acquired Jonas Valanciunas will have to elevate their games. The Lakers also need reliable outside shooting and defensive consistency, two areas that have plagued them in recent years. Greg St. Jean acknowledged this dynamic in his interview, hinting that the goal isn't just to make Luka better, but to build a complete system where every player understands their role and feeds off his energy. The key is balance, he said. You want Luka to be Luka, but also make sure the guys around him are empowered and confident. What comes next? As EuroBasket 2025 nears its conclusion, Luka's focus will soon shift back to Los Angeles, and expectations will only grow louder. Media outlets are already penciling in the Lakers as a top 4 seed contender, assuming health and chemistry align. Meanwhile, Doncic has made it clear, he came to LA to compete, to win, and to build something that lasts. And for a city as demanding and storied as Los Angeles, that's exactly what it needs. He didn't come here to blend in, one team insider said. He came to make history. Final word, the stakes are massive. There's no hiding from the spotlight in LA, and Luka Doncic knows it. But if the early signs are any indication, from his off-season transformation to the Lakers coaching staff working overtime to tailor the system around him, this partnership has the potential to be something special. And if the rest of the league isn't already paying attention, they will be by Christmas.